you will knock head first. Who has to pass? Skincare lunch. Mariam skincare lunch. Have to be here. Women supporting women. Then call us. Even though I say I'm not gonna show up, I just had to. So I'm here. Hi, girlie. Oh, hi, my love. Hi. You don't have to come because of my sweetie. How are you? Glad you came. How are you doing? Congratulations, please. Thank you for coming. You see, I'm trying to understand that. First of all, she's not dressed according to the dress code. I'm looking at this shirt. It's speaking a lot of volumes at this point. I'm looking at Mariam. I'm looking at and I'm still here thinking, God, please. I just want to leave this place in peace.
First of all, let me start by saying that this has to be the most boring finale ever. Like, if that old raccoon with a skunk attitude drama is what production intends to be a grand exit for us, is DOA, dead on arrival. That did not hit. This season finale is, coming from the season finale that we had last season, season 2, this one, it didn't enter. Go eat. Now, talking about equality will eat, is that t-shirt that Diiadem wore. Is it one thing about Diiadem in this reality show this season is the fact that she actually does have like great strategies. For me, do I think that Mariam deserved that stay that she did? Absolutely yes. For that Gilly episode that they had and for that old drama that they had before that event, I think yes, Mariam maybe deserves it. But did he eat? He didn't eat at all. That's poor execution. The strategy, the thinking, yeah, maybe nice, but the execution is very poor. Very, very poor. If you're going to pull something like that, first of all, I expect you to come to that event early. That's how it's going to slap. Imagine if Diiadem had been there earlier and probably the first housewife seated there with Mariam, and then Caroline walks in, sees her on that tea, Sophia walks in, sees her on that tea, Laura walks in, sees her on that tea. There's definitely most likely going to be drama. But no, you have all of that, you now came late. For what reason? So for me, I think that whole situation, he didn't eat. I applaud it. With your $2,000 tea, he didn't slap. It was dead on arrival. I feel like it was purely executed. The Mariam deserve it. Maybe they're not in best of terms, so yeah, maybe she deserved it, but it was poorly executed, and that's my take. So that one to the side. Now, looking at Mariam and Diadem's fight, I can't help but think that these ladies actually argue over unnecessary things, just like Dabota said. Like, the things that, if you look at Mariam and Diadem's issue, they don't actually have a real issue. They actually don't have a real issue. Even Diadem and Caroline, I don't think they have a real issue. All that happened with is because I call you, didn't call me. And for me, I honestly do agree with the ladies that Diadem is doing too much at this point. I feel like the issue that she had with Mariam could have been better managed, especially coming from the fact that they weren't enemies to start with. It was just the call. Yeah, like I said before, Mariam was a bit disrespectful with putting that call on speaker, but then she meant no bad intention. She was actually just curious, and then you came all shouting at her like that, like you guys have had beef from my love there. Honestly, I just really wish that Diadem had piped it down. Then with that old drama, kote slap, could slap. You just felt like she was doing too much. At a point, it was looking very embarrassing to watch because they're not even reacting. I know people saying that Mariam is more mature to have not reacted. First of all, Me, I think that the only reason why she didn't react like that was probably because the other ladies were not there. And she doesn't really rate Dabota like that. But if that kind of thing had happened in front of Laura, who she really likes, or Caroline or Sophia, Mariam is someone that is so big in respect how other people perceive her, and she would not want that kind of thing to slide like that. She probably would have reacted. But still on still, I'm gonna give it to her. I say this every time. Good hosting is very important. I love the fact that she put it together at her event. And aside of the fact that this old Diadem tea did not slap and it didn't eat, for me, I feel like Mariam also taught her how to be a good host at the same time, because she literally said, "Not at my event," and it didn't happen. Do I think that Mariam is still gonna, explode over this? Maybe at the reunion, maybe, most likely. But I definitely respected the fact that she maintained being a good host throughout. Allowed it. Sure, okay, today I'm a CEO. It's not gonna happen on my watch. And I absolutely love it. I know another thing that is very ridiculous is the fact that Diadem started the season on a very high note, but ended it on, for me, I would say not so good note. Because first off, you had an issue with somebody, and you said by yourself that you're not gonna come to our events and all of that. Respect that. I absolutely respect that. Now tell me why you're showing off to the event with a $2,000 specially customized tea. It means that you see her, you see Mariam. You keep saying that you don't see her, you don't rate her. You see her, you rate her. Because if I have to go out of my way to spend $2,000 just to make a statement to somebody, then that person damn means something to me. I see you and you have an effect on me, because why am I wasting that amount of money to prove a point to you? I think this whole idea of that them saying, "Oh, she doesn't see somebody," she is a like, it's cap. You are capping, because you don't spend the amount of money on a tea just to prove to someone that they don't matter to you. Honestly, I feel like it would have slapped Ada if she had just even turned up like in a random t-shirt and jean. It would have just been showing no effort. You get, like, I didn't even plan to come here anyway. So, but you showing up to somewhere that you said you didn't plan to go in a tea that is specially customized for the host means that you already had it in mind to go, and you were just capping. And then you also like put in a lot of effort into that event. And you see, the fact that you even had to come to the event and buy the product, for me, I think it's a win for Mara this episode. I think Mara just won effortlessly. Honestly, I can't wait to see how those two ladies are gonna interact at the reunion. You know what? Fingers crossed. Now, talking about something that was executed perfectly is how Dabota handled the situation. See, as a housewife that I didn't really get to like at the beginning of the season, especially because of our altercation with Sophia, Dabota's character development this season is 100. Can you play there's a part to put applause? I'm gonna put it like, I so much love, like, at a point I had to pause and clap at the way she just handled the situation maturely. I love the fact that she was able to maintain and respect our relationship with both ladies. I love the fact that she validated both of their emotions. I love the fact that she didn't take sides. I love the fact that she was there for her friend Diadem, and at the same time she didn't put her relationship with Mariam at risk. I love the fact that she didn't, because of what Diadem said to her, now start acting funny towards Mariam. I love the fact that she admitted and said it straight to Diadem's face the good things that Mariam has been saying, and she didn't just, because of what Diadem is saying now, override every other thing that she's known about Mariam in the past. I absolutely love it. A queen, I stand. I think I've said this before. The more I watch Dabota, the more I feel like I'm going to fall in love with her more and more. And I really wish they're going to bring her back for another season. I feel like Dabota is so classy. And I feel like the way she just handled this entire drama was just so respectful. I mean, this is what I actually expected from Diadem with the old Dabota Sophia situation, instead of, you get. But I absolutely love how Dabota handled the situation. Now, talking about a situation that I love how it was handled was when Dabota called Mariam. Now, I've seen a couple of people say that the fact that Mariam stepped out to take Dabota's call at Caroline's event because she didn't want to disrupt that event is because she respects Caroline, but she doesn't respect Diadem. That's why she took Caroline's call at Diadem's event. Is it that way? A lot of you don't understand what is called learning. Yeah, we learn from our mistakes. Personally, I didn't think that Mariam took Caroline's call at Diadem's event to disrupt it. I think it was just an honest mistake. Should she have done that? No. But it happened the way it happened, and I think she learned from it. And that's why at Caroline's event, she had to step out. It means she learned. She learned. Don't you people learn? Eh? Exactly. And another thing is, for me, I think I would have been so disappointed if she had picked Dabota's call at that event, because first off, you remember that the other ladies that are there, they don't really rate Dabota like that. So picking Dabota's call in the midst of those ladies is like gossiping. Honestly, that's what it's going to look like to me. So I feel like it's not just as a matter of respecting Caroline's event, it's also a matter of respecting Dabota and not discussing their issues in front of people that don't like and rate. And for that, I really really respect, like, Mariam is just cashing out on my respect this season. Like, first, from the way she composed herself at her hosting, outside of that $2,000 shirt drama, I think that was beautiful. I think her taking Dabota's call privately was also beautiful. It shows that she learned from her mistakes, and I'm really really glad to see that. But you see, what I'm really not so sure if I'm glad to see or not glad to see is that conversation that the ladies have about Dabota and Diadem at Caroline's event, especially Dabota. First, about how she warmed up to Sophia after the OPJ thing, how they were, happy now. Don't be show workings, show workings. I feel like that is gonna be something huge to discuss at the reunion. And also the fact that Sophia mentioned that she thinks that Bota's queen thing is so forced. I mean, do a lot of viewers share the same sentiment? I think so. But hearing it from another queen, I think it's something that we're going to have to look forward to in the reunion. Honestly, for a season that didn't really have a banger, season finale, I think we're gonna have a hell of a reunion. And I hope production's gonna do well and not pull up that stunt that they pulled with us last season, where we only got to see a few of the housewives. Some people showed up, some people did not show up. I hope the housewives this season, I hope they're going to chest it. I hope they're going to be accountable for their actions and actually come out and talk these things out. I really look forward to this reunion because a lot was said, a lot was done, and a lot was said. I mean, compared to season 2, I don't think that this season had a lot of drama. I also feel like some of the dramas that we experienced this season were forced, sort of. Honestly, that's just the way I feel. I think they were unnecessary. And I think, looking back, a lot of the ladies will probably see what they could have done differently in those situations. But then, that's why we are here. We look forward to what they will bring for us in the reunion episode. All right, guys, that is me signing out from the Real Housewife of Lagos season 3. It's been an interesting ride, gisting with you guys over the course of the week. I feel like ever since I started talking about the Real Housewife of Lagos, I've not actually discussed like any other thing with you guys. Apologies for that. I'm just so in love with the season, but I'm back. Tolani Unscripted is still here, and don't worry, we're gonna be catching up on interesting topics in weeks to come till we get to the reunion. So you know what to do. If you don't want to miss all of that, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends and families, and don't forget that the conversation continues in the comment section. Until the next time I catch you guys, bye for now.